All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and the Son, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to my apostle elders, a great millstone of the well. Peace and salutation, all the I can put in this truth without righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. This your brother Tazima the Bar coming back through the spirit and power, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. And through the spirit, wanting to do a real brief lesson. I'm gonna land back after one of the beloved brother page, Sirach 4285. Shalom to the beloved brother. He went in, and I'm just kind of laying back off his lesson, off these psyops, blackouts, and this project Zephyr, which brother spoke on this I think some years back or not too long ago. But everything has to be brought back, man, because like we said, we got new listeners, we got people that don't understand what's really truly going on. But all these blackouts, all these nationwide outages and things like that, this is part of this black swan event, these different psyops and things that this devil is doing so he can usher in his new world order, man. And there's a lot of things about to start taking place very, very soon, man. And like I said, this is gonna be just a quick video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I'm on the road again. Just gonna be an impromptu, and I'm just play this, and then I'm gonna play another clip off TikTok, and then just grab a few scriptures. But I'm not gonna make this too long, but just showing you the times we're coming into, man. Revelation 12:12, man, is real, man. This devil's gonna come down with great wrath because he know if he have but a short time. That's why when we see all these different things like outages that took place yesterday with Verizon and different various things that's going on with Iran, we understand that these things are already premeditated. These are things that they've been working on for a long time, but they have to, condition the people with the predictive programming, the revelation of the method, so that when this shit happened, that the people will be like, oh, that was Iran that done this, or that was China, that was Russia, because it's nothing but your government doing it, because they have a major agenda at hand, and that's what bringing forth this new world order, man. Bringing forth this global reset, man. So I'm gonna play this, and this is a copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Act of 1976, fair use. I'm not using this for any monetary gain. I'm using this for educational purposes only, through the spirit. So fair use. And operations our Lord willing, this lesson is edifying.
Was a psyop headed by controlled opposition figureheads designed to reveal any dissidents to the pro-government, pro-Israel movement of America. Be crazy. Anyway, have you ever heard of the Zephyr plan?
Allegedly, David Goldberg was a researcher with a White House insider source, as well as intelligence officials. David was Jewish and Zionist and was horrified in 2019 after learning of Zionist plans through White House memos and other internal documents describing two projects, Project Pogo and Project Zephyr, a two-stage plan. For Pogo, they would utilize TTID, Tag, Track, and ID. They would use this for dissidents, nationalists, patriots, anyone who would pose a long-term threat. They used YouTube gatekeepers, like Alex Jones, to create a space for alternative thinkers. They were all agents paid to put out truthful information to tag, track, and identify the people who were watching and interacting, basically using alt media influencers.
And through the Spirit, we've been saying that. That's how you know the Holy Spirit is working through the men of the Lord. Because we've been saying that, man. All these guys are number control opposition, man. And Apostle Tahar Ben said that Alex Jones is number Bill Hicks. He's Bill Hicks. We've been called out Alex. What's his name? Andrew Tate. We knew he was controlled opposition. Fresh and Fitz control opposition. Myron and them guys. They all set up this red pill. That was all set up, man. But as soon as they start with the red pill, next thing you know, they start talking on different topics that the men of the Lord speak on. So all this is nothing but these influencers all bought and paid for. A lot of these guys is control opposition. They set their platforms up. You know what I'm saying? They Freemasons. They all work for the government, man. But it's all to track who's listening. It's all to track who's listening. Those are free thinkers, man. But at the end of the day, it's all to basically categorize and come against the men of the Lord, because we're not ignorant Satan devices.
As honeypots. They then created databases of Americans who were awake. Remember, Alex Jones, Andrew Tate, and Tucker Carlson all have CIA daddies. Their targets are anti-Zionists, anti-Semites, Christians.
And your boy Tucker Carlson, you go to the World Economic Forum, go to TikTok and type in Davos, he's there. But then he comes back over here and pushes the narrative of against what's going on. But why you in Davos? How did you get an invite? Showing a lot of these guys is bought and paid for, man. A lot of these guys, Alex Jones, all of them are bought and paid for.
Discussing Synagogue of Satan, Muslims, any Goyim who won't conform, and anyone aware of and opposing Zionist world government plans.
And that's lining, this same Project Zephyr lines up with Project Megiddo and Rex 84. Like we've been saying for years, they always do these different agendas they want to do, but they'll change the name. Because Project Megiddo, it speaks on the Black Hebrew Israelites, as they call us, the BHI, and then they Black identity extremists, even also the Nazi Party and the Antifa. They got all these categorized, because that's when Esau, he wants to categorize everybody that's opposing against the society. And is that not what Trump was talking about with this new bill that he brought in September? Anybody, Antifa is a broad spectrum. When I say that, they can label anybody Antifa, so they can lock you up and justify it, man, for speaking out against their government. So we're in those times, man. Hey, what is that? Isaiah 29 and 21, that make a man the offender for the word. That's what they're doing. They set up these snares and traps, because the main thing is basically to come against the men of the Lord and justify it, but also come against those that's against this system that they're ushering in.
Project Zephyr, the second stage, the extermination. High-value targets will be taken out through kidnappings via a U.S.-based Israeli Defense Force, or ICE. The low-value targets will be taken out through viruses or other widely applicable means. At the time, they were working on COVID. Goldberg estimated the total number of dissidents to be around 15% of Americans, and that was in 2019. He also said that if there were too many dissidents, they would then conduct power outages and purge-style attacks to take people from their homes and place them into camps. He said that they might blame it on Iran, and false flags would probably take place to make the U.S. go to war with Iran in order to further...
And what movie this reminds you of? It reminds you of what? Leave the World Behind. They was blaming it on Iran and Russia. Blaming on Iran and Russia. So come on, man. They use the heavy predictive programming. You see what's going on with Iran? They're using that their media. They're using that propaganda. All these protesters and all that. Nothing but propaganda. Because when you go look up what Wesley Clark said. General Wesley Clark. He said America is the hammer and these other nations is nails. And we have certain nations that we want to take over at a period of time. And guess who's on there? Iran. So yeah, that we're close. Because we know through the spirit, according to prophecy, once they go into Iran or hit Iran, hey, Iran's gonna do what? They're gonna retaliate against the small hats, and then the least of the flock should draw them out. Then that's gonna bring out World War III. But before that pops off, they're gonna usher in this beast system. So it's gonna be more blackouts, more psyops, and more various things they're gonna do to play on the minds of the masses to get them to submit to this new world order, man. And the way they're gonna get them to submit, there's gonna be blackouts, and it's gonna be famines. That's the times we're coming into. And they already gave you a little preview yesterday with Verizon being down, man, for about 8 to 9 hours, man.
Israel's Greater Israel Project. It discusses foot soldiers from the U.S. and nuclear weapons being used in Iran. The memos also said that Donald Trump had converted to Judaism in 2017 and joined the Chabad Lubavitch Synagogue in New York, and had been meeting with high-level rabbis in which these plans were discussed. These plans said several times that he would have to declare himself King of Israel publicly to symbolically declare the start of the plans. Trump is not just a Jew, according to the memos, he's a Freemason, and allegedly has been promised high-ranking positions for his children in the government that they're forming.
All these people you see what's going on are Freemasons. They all work for the secret societies, man. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. This is Psalm chapter 64 and verse 8. And it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. Yeah, all the exposure is going on. It comes from their own people, man. But it's all the will of the Lord, because the Most High said, well, he shall make Esau bear. This is the will of Yahweh by Shem Shadow. The Lord is making Esau Edom bear. He's exposing all this devil's agendas and things that he's about to do to usher in his new world order, man. Because this new world order involved chipping everybody on the planet Earth. That's what lines up with what Revelation 3 and 10. The hour of temptation shall come upon all them that dwell upon the earth. That's the times we're coming into. But before we come into those times, he's going to usher in this chaos, man, controlled chaos. But all through the spirit is the will of the Lord, man. Like when you get in 2 Ezra 16 and 39, shall the plagues come not slack that come upon the earth. This is the will of Yahweh by Shem Shah. The Lord told you these various things will be taking place before his return when you read Matthew the 24th chapter. Sedition amongst men, all this stuff is controlled, man. They got ICE out here. They basically they martial law. This is a third world country. You got National Guard on the ground, policing the people. You're in a third world country. This dollar's collapsing, man. We're here. This place is done, man. and they're showing you in so many ways, man. Let's get this other one, man. And this is the guy she was speaking on that's speaking on this, man. And I'm gonna let this play for a minute.
They are saying the amount of people they have to eliminate is too large. It is too many. We are talking about millions of Americans. And this is where we see their plans are changing. And they are going to initiate something that is devastating and that is extremely frightening. And based on what I can see in the documents, we're talking about power outages along with a purge. They're going to come in, they're going to take you out of your home, and they're going to put you into a military vehicle or whatever, a van, and drive you away and place you into a...
Even with the purge thing, did they not show you in the movie Purge that the government was behind it the whole time, that was going through the unfortunate neighborhoods and forcing them to purge? And I say forcing, they was the ones behind, purging everybody, grabbing up certain people, taking them to the elite parties and purging. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna put you in these concentration camps, man. They already had these FEMA regions zones set up. It's broke down in Roman numerals, and it show you through like the scriptures say, the 10 parts of the city. That's how it's broke up, showing that the Bible is faithful and true, man. We're in those times, man.
Camp. It is a very, very big operation that they're planning. It is millions of Americans. They will do it under the cover of night, under the cover of blackness, during one of these farm blackouts. The blackouts are based on documents. I'm just looking at it right now. They have a 3-day blackout. They have a nationwide blackout that lasts 2 days, and a lot of localized blackouts. So it is a whole series of blackouts that they're going to do. And of course it will be blamed on all kinds of things. They might blame it on Iran. I have seen that mentioned in the documents. They've already prepped people for this. There are going to be more blackouts. They're already predictive programming. So we may see more of this as we go on. As far as I can tell from Project Zephyr, or Zephyr, they are planning this next year and the year after. They are not done tagging, tracking, and identifying everyone. It looks like they're at about 78%. I looked in the documents, and there were a couple of indications of how far along they feel the project is. They're like 78% done, but they're not completely done. It does take time to identify a YouTube account and then track it to the email that it was created with, and then the IP address, and then find out who created it. It does take them a lot of time to do that. It is not instant. It does take a lot of research, because a lot of people create a YouTube account with an email address.
And we don't know how long ago this video was created, but hey, they are in those times, man, because they got the AI technology. So things have been sped up. They got this new technology where they can see track all the YouTube channels and things like that. So thing has been sped up, and everything this guy's David Goldberg is speaking on is happening now. We're in those times, man. More psyops, more controlled chaos. Thing was going on with Minneapolis. That's all controlled, so they can usher in a police state, but also at the same time usher in civil unrest. They're basically gonna have a state versus federal. That's what they want, man. That's what they want. This is all control, man. But this is all the will of the Lord, man. Revelation 12:12. The devil shall come down with great wrath, because he know if he have but a short time. So we're in those times where great wrath is falling upon the shores of Babylon the Great, man. Because how was America created, man? Through genocide and bloodshed. So the same way this place was created was the same way it's about to go out. You read about that in Revelation 18:21, man. And thus with violence, that shitty Babylon should be destroyed. Roughly paraphrased, the same way this place was established is the same way the Lord is going to have it go out, man. Because this is all the will of the Lord, man. Everything we've been speaking on, as far as is leading up to the times we're in now, hey, we're here. We're here, man. That's why the Lord said, what? Woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord. That's what these elites been doing for a long time. But now through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, the Lord put the spirit on his men to expose and go into different things and line everything up with Esau Edom, man. to watch David Icke, to watch Jordan Maxwell, even all Alex Jones. Even though we know a lot of these people are controlled because they understand the symbolism and things like that, because it was all tapped into that world. But it was all through the will of Yahweh Shem Shah, so we'll understand the wickedness behind this shit that these devils doing, man. Because Esau Edom through the spirit is trying to get back his birthright. But we know through the will of Yahweh Shem Shah that, hey, the Most High got this devil in the ultimate trick bag, man. Because the Most High, like the scriptures say, he did disappointed the devices of the crafty. The Most High is setting this devil up for the ultimate fail, man. Because at the end of the day, when you get in Sirach, the 10th chapter, the Most High is setting up one that's profitable to rule. And who is that? His beloved son Yahweh Shah through the 144,000, the 1/3, and the rest of Israel. Israel's about to rule, man. This devil's on his way out, man. So I'm going to play a little bit more of this and I'm going to close it out. Like I said, just a real quick impromptu, just an update warning to let you see the mindset of this devil and all these various psyops and agendas that's taking place is here. And it's only up, man.
It doesn't give any indication of who they are. An account name that doesn't have their full name on it. They don't use their real pictures. So it is a challenge for them, and that's why the project has been going on for so long. But it is coming to a close. In the next 6 months to a year, it appears it is coming to a close, and that is when Project Zephyr will be initiated. So I have some notes here. I'm going to continue on, talk a little bit more about. Right, they're being tracked, they're being identified. That's the whole point. A lot of people have said, well, why are some of these YouTube channels allowed to exist? Why are they allowed to so openly talk about the truth? And some of you might know Adam Green, No More News, and there are a whole bunch of others, and they're very, very open about Zionism, and they're very honest about it. And they're telling the truth. I mean, they are telling the truth. They're not hiding anything. They're not disinfo. They're not putting disinfo out there. But as far as I know, they are part. I mean, they're all a part of this operation. I can't say specifically if Adam Green is a part of it or not. But I would assume possibly he is. He's probably been guaranteed a lot of money. He's probably been promised a lot of things. He could be a Freemason. He could be a part of their operation. He could be an agent. I don't know. But I have no idea. It is total speculation on my part. I have no.
Hey, you can listen to the rest of this like you see this right here on TikTok. But at the end of the day, this is here. All this stuff that he's doing, pressure from above, pressure from below, control chaos, order out of chaos. This is what he's doing, man. Because at the end of the day, Esau Edom at his wit's end. So all this stuff you see going on, this devil is putting right in your face that he's about to collapse this shit and he's about to bring forth his new world order, man. And he's through the rule of technocracy with the beast system and with the RFID chip, man, which is the MOTB, Revelation 13 and 16. So we're here, man. And it shows you as well, a lot of your so-called camp leaders, a lot of these guys that call themselves men in the Lord, high priests, bishops, and generals, a lot of them are controlled opposition as well, just like Alex Jones, just like fucking Tucker Carlson, just like CK, Andrew Tate. A lot of these guys, even amongst the circumcision, are fucking controlled, man. So, hey, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah, we here, man. So I'm going to close it out by saying, call, hello, Yamla, Yahweh, by Shem Shah, by Shem Kakodash. Double honors to my apostle, elders of great millstone of well, and peace and salutation, all the Akim pushing his truth with our righteousness and sincerity. Shalom.